Welcome to Keeping Up with Dabby. And today I'll be sharing my story on how many companies rejected me. Join me as I reveal how I navigated those setbacks and resurfaced with resilience and ready to conquer my goals. Last 2 years I was writing proposals to many companies, so they can take a look at what I do. I got an email. The email arrived at 3:17 a.m. Your application has been declined. I stared at the words on my phone screen, the harsh blue light reflecting in my tired eyes. It was the 5th rejection that month, the 10th rejection that year. Each one felt like a small punch to my gut. I was sitting on the floor of my tiny, rented room, and right now, it felt terribly, hopelessly empty. I remembered the fire I had when I started my journey as an entrepreneur, the countless hours I spent learning, building, dreaming. I'd pictured myself, soaring, free. Instead, I felt trapped, tangled in a web of numbers that never seemed to add up, and doors that slammed shut in my face. Everyone online made entrepreneurship look like a sprint to success. For me, it felt like an endless marathon through thick mud, carrying a heavy, invisible burden. Doubt, cold and sharp, had become my constant companion. I'd lie awake at night, replaying every mistake, every missed opportunity. Am I smart enough? Am I strong enough? Maybe I'm just not cut out for this. The voices in my head, louder than any cheerleading video, told me to quit, to find a real job, to accept my fate. One morning, after a particularly brutal night of self-doubt, I saw an old, forgotten comment on one of my very first posts. It was from someone I didn't know. A simple message. This really helped me see things differently. Thank you. A single, quiet, thank you. It wasn't about money or fame. It was about impact. It was about one person, somewhere out there, whose day was made a little brighter, whose perspective shifted a little because of something I had put out into the world. That tiny echo in the vast, empty room of my struggle was a lifeline. It reminded me why I started in the first place, not just for myself, but to create something that mattered to others. The burden didn't disappear instantly, but it felt lighter. The path ahead was still unclear, but I could see a faint glow now. I didn't become an overnight success. I faced more rejections, more sleepless nights. But when the doubt crept in, when the room felt too empty, I would remember that echo. I would remember that even when the world seemed to say, no, there was always someone, somewhere, who had heard my message, who had benefited from my effort. And that, I realized, was the true heart of entrepreneurship. It wasn't just about building a business, it was about building connections, creating value, and never letting the silence of self-doubt drown out the quiet, just because someone told me, thank you.